Hello everyone, I'm Chaotic. Welcome back to the stream. We're going to be hopping straight on into it. So today's objective is just going to be kind of brute forcing progression. I had not streamed at all last week. I was working on some video editing and stuff, and then just generally life things as well. Uh, some pretty cool stuff, planning a vacation time with my girlfriend and everything, so that was all slightly occupying. But the plan is we're just going to try to make some quest book progression. We'll follow this. We've already got some of this later stuff. We're missing like the stream cluster. And I guess we'll start here. How do we get a matter cluster? The mythic processor rolling machine, strontium from dystopia, cesium is from the ancient cavern, rubidium is from immortalis. Okay, so we're going to have to get all of these guys from the plasmatic condenser in some variant. I guess. Um. Hmm. So these guys are actually forced. Okay, so never mind. We are. The brute forcing is already failing. I didn't realize the matter cluster took this. It taking the specialty ingots, forcing the variants, so that means we're going to need dystopia variants and such. I saw these ingots from Grekken, and I figured that would have been fine, but then we'll need dystopia, ancient cavern, and immortalis as well, still for the ingots in there as well. So I guess that makes sense. Each one needs dimensional things. The ingots would have been easy because they come from ores. So I could just go to Grekken manually, mine the ores, and then we get the progression that way. Since we can't do it through that method, we are going to be forced to actually set up and start our miners in some capacity, which means that we will need to set up the cavern cap recipe for each one. I don't know why I said cavern cap. Just the cap recipes for each one. And honestly, I think all of this is completely reasonable. The one thing that we don't have access to right now is Technetium Remains, so we need a Meteoric Befaller, which we haven't made yet. So I guess this guy will be the first one. So let's check on our fission casing. Let's actually set a recipe for transparent. Might as well. Down to our moleculars. Throw this guy in. Okay, he needs 108. Really? It didn't ore dictionary? Bastard. Fission. Nope. Wrong thing. Now this should use any kind of glass instead of just gray. It'll use 4 light gray, just just because. Cool. Fine by me, whatever. Okay. That is our 108 fission. Get rid of all those. 72 normal casings. Let's make it like 1,000. Let's keep this up. We're going to want a lot more fission casing very soon anyways. I don't think we're that far from needing to set up a moderate supply of unholy radioactive mix, which will need a bunch of corium and stuff, so any of this extra casing will be used regardless. Also, it's used for just a bunch of multi-blocks, so even if we don't use it for corium anytime soon, then it's still good. 72. Cool. We need 61 gravitational vibrators. 61 gravitite dust. Okay. So, Divine Rock is easy. Stop. Cool. The gravitite dust, it actually took some forced processing lines for this, right? Because we can get to this recursive processor later, but it's like Shungite and everything, so it's posted away. We are blocked off from that for a little while, for sure. Gravitite dust. Chunk. Grinder. So industrial grinder with dense gravitite ore. It's also going to need liquid starlight. And then we can just industrial grind the pearls from that, and we'll get dust. And then the deposits can be compressed, sawmilled, alloyed with aquamarine, into superheated, into a vacuum freezer, into a little bit more dust. Interesting. uh, okay. So that is something that should be pretty easy to do in a small quantity right now. We don't need a ton of gravitite dust yet. We do have a bunch of enchanted gravitite, correct? We do 44,000. Or dense gravitite ore is what I meant to say. I just said enchanted because this guy is empty. We could utilize him. He's got overclockers, right? Nope. Grab some of those. Overclock him. Get a ender tank. There we go. Nice and easy. Gravitite. Go. Just link this guy around. We're just gonna run this whole stack manually. I'm not too worried about it. Give us a stack of gravitite pearls. These guys will run all the way through. And then we'll end up with a few stacks of gravitite dust and a bunch of these deposits, which we'll worry about later on. Maybe we end up setting up a full processing line for this. I'm not sure if we actually need to or not. I don't remember. But for now, that'll be fine. Gravitational vibrators. We needed, I believe it was 61 of these guys. Heat them up. Okay, ritual stones, we just need 32. Ooh, I actually didn't set a recipe for that. Interesting. Did they take something weird? Oh, yeah, they did take something weird. They took these kind of odd recipes. Make our 32 there. Grab the 61 vibrators that finished. Some enchanted gravitite. What was that what was that specialty block? Ahihi or Kane? Yeah, that's a little far out, so we'll need 3 of these. Item input. Take our ludicrous, why not? A life essence input hatch. Fragments of the unraveling. So ethereal slates with bloodmaster blocks. Okay. So first things first, arcane ashes. Ethereal slates. Need 4. Bloodmaster blocks. We have these guys queued up to be chilling. Okay. So ashes, I believe it's going to then be a slate and then a block. Nope. That's the backwards way. Ashes, block, then slate. Cool. Do them all until they're all spinny and warbly. Bink. These guys will give us our fragments of unraveling. We're actually gonna do like, I don't know. I don't know how many more of these I want to do. We should do some more right now though, because we're gonna want some more of those hatches. I don't think I'm gonna do a stack. I guess I could do a stack. We have enough blood supply for sure to maintain doing a stack. There's no other way to make these, right? Yeah, no. So yeah, you are forced to do it this way. Just waiting a second so it can fix my arcane ashes. No reason to accidentally destroy them. This is what, 6 times 5, so this is 30 of them. 32. Do 32 first. I already forgot. Was it block and then slate or slate and then block? Block and then slate? Yeah. Maybe this is all we'll do actually of these. Thinking about it, this will be what, like another 8 hatches or so? That's pretty good. I don't think our needs are going to surpass that by much. At least not for a while. But there we go. These guys, once we process all of them, this should be fine. Put the ashes back. Okay, 36 of them. You can't pull it from, oh, okay, I can pull it from there, though. Well, you can't pull it from the bookmark section. Put that there. Extract. Put this here. And then we'd had a limited item filter on this as well to keep this at 1 for the dimensional ingots so it didn't run all the blood out in like kind of a weird way. Trying to do a full stack of them at one time, for example, but this should be fine now. Should pull one of these guys out. Run it with its million. Spit it back in. I didn't mean to take it. I shouldn't have done that. I should let it go. Oh wait, no. Okay, no, it went on its own. I took Fragment of Unraveling back out. Just wasted a little bit of blood, but that's fine. Is he still going, I wonder? $5,000 a tick is the consumption rate of this guy, so it's pretty quick. It's for 1,000,000 as well. This might just be eating my blood supply. Oh. Oh my. Okay, let's do that for a second. Interesting. Okay, so small detour. Digital mob agonizers is actually what we want here. Dust conscription tools. Okay, so we'll need to run a couple of those. That'll be fine. Everything else here looks like we'll already have. Grab an iron sword. I think we have some in here. Um. Oh no. This guy's out. Am I out of, no? No, okay, yeah, no, I'm maintaining. Are slimes dying? No, yeah, so my ritual turned off. Scared me, it didn't go for a second. I thought I just couldn't keep up with the blood supply requirements, but no. So I updated the pack, and my ritual must have turned off during that update for some reason. Interesting. Yeah, okay. That makes a little bit more sense then. Fun. Also explains why I was hearing so many slimes. Make sure the server's not dying. Nope. Tick rate actually got better after the slime started dying again. Understandably. Okay. Yeah, so this guy's back up to 500,000 or so. I guess we can mess with what we were doing in the first place anyways. We probably should swap off of slimes to the agonizers regardless. Although, we will want to learn them and improve them to something else. So for one, the matters that we have, how many do we have? We have 8.7 million Twilight Matter, which is pretty good. That's not bad for sure. What kind of drum is this? This is a gargantuan, right? Yeah. There we go. We will instead swap this guy out to a black hole tank. I'll just put the drum back into the system. This guy will hold the integer limit, so the 2.1 billion millibuckets or whatever. This gives us a much sturdier buffer whenever we're not actively using things, which is fine by me. Okay, so this guy's actually being speed limited. Hold on. Is he going to just start draining if I put a Torturino on him? Give him an X range. Nope. Z range 1. Speed of 300%. Yes. So he can be tick accelerated. It gave me no negative buff on my stuff. This is feeding into my system on a much quicker backlog now. Okay, so you can definitely eat a lot. A lot of blood can be eaten and stored away here. I guess catalysts aren't required. They just give the benefit. I don't even know why I'm that worried about it, to be honest. They give a 6x multiplier for the Twilight Matter one. It lasts for 10 operations. It's pretty good. Corrupted Glitch Heart's like slightly too annoying for that. For being a worse multiplier. It lasts for more operations, but you might as well just run Twilight Matter. It's not super difficult. These guys cap out at, looks like consistently 600. Yeah, 900 for one of the bosses, right? Yeah, Wither. I think Ender Dragon's also 900 one. And they stop at superior tier. So 900 millibuckets in whatever its duration is, but then you multiply that guy by 6 for the Twilight Matter bonus effect. So you're getting like a few thousand millibuckets, and then you multiply that by the however many sacrifice runes I have. I don't actually remember what the ratio of bonus is for these guys, but I do have quite a few of them. So it's a decent multiplier. It's probably somewhere around like 10 buckets or so per operation. Maybe more, maybe a little bit less, but somewhere around there I imagine is pretty correct. Which is pretty significant. What is this guy draining like that for? The issue is it's really hard to beat like 40 buckets of blood almost instantly every time the slimes underneath spawn. Like, this is really difficult speed to beat. We'll just keep this for now. We got a bigger backlog of blood going, so this guy should be okay for the future. How many buckets is this? This is 5.6 million buckets now. Or millibuckets, I mean. Yeah, it's 30 buckets there, 30 buckets there. The issue is that this 5.6 million is kind of a crappy buffer. Like this 6, because if you look at what we need for the fragments, is we need a million LP. 1 LP is 1 millibucket of blood, so these guys are a little expensive. Just a little bit though. So maybe actually we run 3 more of these manually real quick. Dang, his input speed is not great. If I felt like doing this, I could make this. I guess I could. I still have a Hellfire Forge in here, right? I do. 2 glass and a glowstone. Upgrade this guy real fast. This will make a sigil reagent, and then so we just need the reagent and then a reinforced slate. Cool. Make this guy up, and then he gives you a bit more detailed information about both your own network, I believe. Okay, my network doesn't change at all. But I think blood altered info changes. Yeah, I see a bit more info in the top left now. Yeah, so he is a proper tier 6. I'm trying to figure out what that 0 rune means at the bottom. It's showing like a rune symbol with a 0, but I can't tell which rune that is. Charging? Yeah, charging rune. I guess that makes sense because you could have a charged internal buffer. That down arrow is a drain speed, I guess? Of 98,000? Is that what that's telling me? Or maybe an internal buffer. I'm not sure. I have no idea, to be honest with you. I'll put this stuff away. We've got 2 of these. Let's make the 4 that we need for now. All these guys to 1, set them to a full speed. Cool. He is indeed encompassing this dude. That's fine. Cool. I just wanted it to fill a little bit faster. This will just increase its input rate. That is fine by me. It gives us 4 unstable fragments. That's okay. Life essence input hatch is, I believe, what we need for the meteor faller, correct? Yes. Craft one of these guys. Okay, perfect. We'll leave the rest of that for now. We'll maybe manage that again later. I'm not sure. I just want to get what we can get done as quick as possible, though. Alright, then we need an item output. We need our Scale of the Ancient Heart. Scale of the Ancient Heart. Okay. How big is the Meteoric Befaller? He doesn't look massive, but he's pretty decent. 11 by 11 on a foundation. Okay, that's pretty big. Mm. Is he gonna fit in here anywhere? Not really. Well, he's 5 blocks tall too. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. If I did him off the top of this block, I could get it done. Let's grab a controller. Where does the meteoric befaller fall underneath the mixer sets? Which I want to say is the mechanized smeltery? No. Obviously not the miner. The condenser. Cool. We'll just turn him into a chaotic condenser controller, and then we'll chisel that on its own. Chisel this guy over to our meteoric befaller right here. Okay. So, for the multi-block, the controller falls in the very front. So it's going to need 10 blocks behind it. And that also means it's going to need 5 blocks on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this would be the controller. 4, 5. Yeah, okay, that should fit. And I guess if we need to, we can move some of these links if they just so happen to be on an input. But this guy should be good. He's gonna look kind of funny here, but he's going here anyways. Very nice. Let's watch him build up. Mm, he's gonna have that input hatch tank on the back, right? Yeah, I think I can actually access that from the bottom. Ah, perfect. So, ender tank, we'll do that first before we forget. Actually, did we have a blood ender tank there? Trying to figure out what's in this one. This one might be blood. Life essence indeed. Which, just to confirm, is what we need for this guy. Life essence, yep. Perfect. This guy here. Alligator. Input, output, bink, bink. Never mind, I see what it wants. It just wants me to bind an orb and put it in there. I was like, oh, that's not storing it internally. Oh, let's grab an orb. Sure, you can have a master blood orb for fun. Make sure this is linked to me. There we go. Alright. That should account for that, no problem now. Ender chest. With 1 purple. Hmm. Hmm. Our input ender chest is starting to be slightly overwhelmed. I think this is where we have most of it happening right now. I think this is actually interface input limits is happening. Yeah, that's definitely what's up. Okay, so we need another interface here. I don't know if we have any extra actual channels off this line. So we're 32 channeled out here. We have 4 interfaces here. Trying to see if there's any obsoleted systems here. I don't really think so. Like, some of them are technically going to be obsoleted for sure that I could swap out. I like egg. I like leaving egg as is. It's enjoyable. Okay, I don't have auto input on these guys, so I guess I could feed some ender chest into these guys and let them spit out. And if I'm spitting into multiple of these interfaces, it shouldn't be an issue. Hello, Arabella Carlo. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Thoughts? Yoink this guy. And this guy's jumping into this one too. But he just can't go quick enough. How are you? Doing pretty good. How about yourself? And there we go. We are keeping up with our systems again. So exactly like I figured, this one was just getting overrun on its input speed. And now it doesn't look ridiculous anymore either. Beautiful. Okay. That handles all of that, no issue. Let us get back to what we were doing. I just wanted to make sure we don't end up in an overrun situation and I just don't notice later. That'd be really dumb and inconvenient. I also, thinking about it, don't have another channel on this floor, do I? 16 plus 16, so yeah, no, that's our full 32. Do we have anything? Ooh, we have a pattern terminal here. We don't need that guy anymore. Does that not take one? Okay, it updated finally. I was like, did that not even save one? I was gonna be sad. This will be an input. Hold on, actually. What does this guy give? Okay, yeah, there's that salt recipe, cosmic fabricator. Yeah, okay. I'm fine with this guy not being passive, putting him on active. Where are you from? Texas. Throw an interface on this guy, grab some cables. So we can just connect him around from here. It's fine, this is all spaghetti anyways. Let's grab ourselves a cutting knife. Meteoric Befaller. Cool. This guy is in an operational capacity now. So now if we cruise on over here to our extended crafting one. Extended processing craft terminal, whatever. Oh no, this is extended inputs, not extended outputs. I guess you get some extended outputs. How am I doing this? Because this guy's going to give more than 6 results for most of his things, right? Okay, for this guy, yeah. Oh, I guess for any of these that are like the super multi results, I could just call for one of them. I don't know. This guy, he'll handle this though, which is just the one guy into all of these remains. That's fine. Okay. Interface terminal, Befaller. Put this guy in here. And order ourselves like 100 technetium. We'll make 102. I wish it said how many crafts of stuff that was. I can look at it and do basic math. Okay, it's gonna do 102, so it'll be like 30 something. That should be fine. That'll get us to the technetium that we need, which you can replicate in a crystallizer, making the prime technetium using some purifying fluid. Purifying fluid's pretty easy. It's from a pure egg, of which I believe we do have the chicken for. We might actually even have the pure eggs. No, we just have the pure chicken egg. But yeah, so you can do a full like technetium loop and everything for this. For now, this will be fine. We'll kind of leave this guy as is. This will take... How long does it take per technetium, technically? 20 seconds? We're going to need 4 for each one, and we need 4 sets of them, so... That's not bad. 16. It'll be like 5 minutes. Which game do you stream mostly? Minecraft, this pack. This is what I've been streaming mostly for a decent while now. Let us encode all of these guys into an ultimate crafting table. I think that's probably a good next step, and see what we're missing for the cavern cap, or for the cavern caps. I keep wanting to say that for all the caps. Put away this guy. Okay. So I believe this guy still has quite a few. Ooh, not as many slots open as I thought he did. That's 2 open recipes. Oh, although he does have some warpers. By some warpers, I mean 1 warper. I might not need those shielded honey bricks anymore either. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Let us look up cap. Wrecking cap. Damn, Ancient Caverns cap. Let's get the one that I was actually just kept mispronouncing. And then we've got one more cap. Can I remember it? No, I can't. You can look at our book though. Dystopia. Yeah, I wasn't even close. Mentally, if anyone was curious. Dystopia cap. Yeah, so Immortalis, set this guy. Reckon. Ah, he's not set properly in here, I see. Reckon cap. An Ancient Caverns cap. And then surely we can overwrite something else in here. I kind of don't want to get rid of the old caps because I know that they're needed for something later. Shielded honey bricks, what do I need these for? Honey smelter ovens? I have the recipe right here now, so I obviously don't know it anymore. Appalachia blocks. I guess we don't need these anymore. I forgot about that fact. We can get rid of all those. Okay. This fills in our caps. Take these recipes back out. Go and reset this guy up. Dystopia, Kraken, Ancient Cavern, and Immortalis. Rebind those to the top left so we can make sure. Do you stream daily? I try to. It's been a bit finicky recently, but yeah, I try to do 5 days a week for a couple hours at least every day. So what's our technetium looking like? We have 12, so we can technically make 3 of the caps as long as other resources aren't withstanding. 1 set of the cavern caps is not going to work. 1 set of the dystopia caps. Okay, let's make dystopia. Let's try to craft Grekken. Perfect. Let's try to craft Immortalis. Okay, Immortalis, we're missing Eternalis fuel and the Flash Skull. How's your week been? Got any highlights to share? It is literally Monday. my week has officially started 9.5 hours ago. So no, no particular highlights. Also, Eternalis It's done through like kind of a funny one, right? Yeah, we don't have essence of petrification. I don't think I've ever killed a Gorgon. I've not. Was there any Gorgon thing nearby? Oh, my minimap got wiped. I forgot about that from the update. I want to say that there was a mausoleum. I think that's what they're called. I want to say there was one of the things that the Gorgon spawn in pretty close. Oh, okay. There was indeed. Let's grab ourselves blindfold. I think I made one. Okay, it lagged for a second. Okay, so I can't equip it as a wobble. I'll just put it on as my head. You get blindness from it or whatever, but that's fine. Scared me, the bastard. I can't see anything down here. Kind of, I guess, the point of this, right? Oh, that was the Gorgon, I think. Yep. Cool. We got our petrified snake we needed, and we leave. Back the way we came. Take off this blindfold. Okay. Sweet. So this guy can craft essences of petrification with covalence dust, and then that can craft with blocks of coal for eternalist fuel. So we can passive this real quick. What are you building? I am currently attempting to get some eternalist fuel passive and automated into my system, because I need this quite decently. Sequential fabricator. I guess actually this time I need to use a crafter for this guy. I've still not encoded RF Tools crafters. That's kind of impressive, honestly. Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3. Gosh. You guys all follow the same script. It's, a little interesting. No, I don't need any artwork. I do not really care for any artwork from either of you. Goobas. Goobas, I say. I guess let's go up to this floor. Sure, why not, right? Let's do it. Right here. As good of a place as any. Set up a crafter. This guy is going to craft essences of petrification. Apply. As actually these will stay on the internal buffer. And then we'll close out of that, click usage on this guy. And then we'll have it craft eternalist fuel, and then this will go on the external buffer. This guy can go in here, covalence, and then coal block. Pink. And remember the internals here. Perfect. Then we can just grab just a conduit, not in there. Two basic EMC links, pink, pink. Extract always, extract always. Insert. Bit more conduit. Extract always. Insert. And this will just passive eternalist fuel. I have enough EMC for this to go on infinitely. I do not mind. Let's go and link on over to one of these crystals. That guy's stacked out. Ooh, they're both stacked out, actually. Well, good thing we can add one more wireless on this guy. Perfect. Link in with this. This guy will run. He'll spit out Eternalist fuel. I forget these only take 15 each, not a stack each. There we go. Cool. And it's going to fill up with extra coal. That doesn't really matter. And this will just process 8 Eternalist fuel for every Ender IO transfer tech that happens. And that should be fine. Eternalist fuel will no longer be an issue. So, Immortalis cap. We also needed a flash skull. Oh, that was the EMCable part. Perfect. That was my binder. Give that back. Okay. Immortalis caps. Beautiful. And now we just need Ancient Cavern. And this was missing a few guys. So we need some Scabist. Penumbra, Coniferon, Horon, and Goldorth. I don't know what we would have used the Penumbra statue and such for. Because we got one from killing him directly. Or at least we should have. Oh, the Terran summoning. That's what happened. We made one already, I think, right? No, we did not. Wait, unless I have Ancient Fractalites? No, I have no idea. Okay. So this guy is already stacked out, right? Yeah. What is this looking like channel-wise? This side has 10 channels being used, so this is still completely manageable. Packager, unpackager. Packager. Standard search keep, I think, is what we want that on. Gotta change your settings now. So whenever I close in and out of this, yeah, it'll maintain it, but it won't automatically click into it. Here's we can go in my tools area. That's fine. Let us get marked pedestals. We'll need, I think, just 2 for all of these statues. Yeah, just 2. So 2 marked pedestals. They're gonna need 2 normal pedestals. Wait, how do I not have normal pedestals in the crafting? They're just a basic, right? Interesting. Go and get that fixed real quick. Load this up. Basic, marked pedestal, normal pedestal, pink. Save. I probably did have one at one point and I just overrode it, if I had to guess. Figuring that I would just redo it later if I needed to. Make 2 marked pedestals. Then we're going to have a combination crafter. Combination package crafter. This guy is also going to need a recipe. Oops. Jumped again too quickly. Combination package crafter. Okay. So the whole point of this guy will be to do the same thing here. Grab some cables, bring them up, and then we'll do a block of space just because I don't want this to be annoying. we have our packager, unpackager pair, packager, unpackager, combination crafter, 2 marked pedestals. And we'll just let's do that. That's fine. Saves us a flux duct. Looks kind of funny too. That's whatever. Okay by me. Okay. Then we're just going to need to get some patterns. We are on stored and craftable. What are they called? Package? Yeah, packages. Package recipe holders. My brain just couldn't remember that for a second. Load this guy into just some normal stuff. Okay, combination crafter. So, let us double check what we need. Cavern cap. Scabus we'll worry about in a second. Penumbra, Coniferon, Horon. And then we just simply click, craft. Click, craft. Craft. Okay. That gets all of these guys situated. Or, hopefully. Put them both in there, no problem. Penumbra, Coniferon, Horon. And then, Goldorth? Yeah. Just give a stack of their, like, EMC bullet component each. That's what you use to actually make the statues as well. So that should be fine for all 3 of these now. Now, all we should be missing for this guy is the Scabist. Okay, perfect. How do we get that? Gateway in about 100 years gets it done. Draws from boulder sprites. Don't have any of those right now, so I don't even know where I would acquire a boulder sprite. How often do you need Scabist? Not really that often, not that big of a deal. Thank you for the follow, Lara John. Appreciate it, appreciate it. Meteoric Befaller with a liquid corallium tank actually can pull this for me. Hold on. Yeah, we can do that. Let's grab an open blocks tank. 13,000 tanks worth of nitro diesel, by the way. We have neutronium casing forever now. Corallium. How can we get this? Just chunks of corallium in a crucible of any kind. I'd presume that we had a magma crucible set up right here somewhere. I guess we don't. But this one doesn't lead directly into anything though. Let's put that guy away. Let us put this guy directly on top. Auto output. Sure. Chunks of corallium. How many do we need? 250 per, so literally a full stack. 64. It'll craft these guys up real quick for us. This guy is fully augmented, just making sure. And done. Send these guys in. Might as well use a timing ball on it. Pretty easy, makes this quite fast. And then we'll just send this guy through the Meteoric Befaller real quick. This was just like a minute long recipe, I think, as well. Let me try to put the liquid corallium first. 30 seconds actually. He's an even faster recipe. Actually, yeah, we'll try to put that first and see. I don't want to lose the minute if it does. Just try to do the last recipe it did first. We'll take that out. We'll let this do its run real quick, and then we'll put the extra 13 back in, because it's another 13 more minutes of it running for Technetium. And the other stuff it makes. Cool. Going to our corallium tank. Okay, you can have your enchanted gravitite back. And that will give us a bunch of extra Scabastore. We do actually have Scabastore already in the system, so I didn't even really need to do that right now, but I will probably appreciate that in the future. This should just be mineable with our Fortune 15, and net us a decent amount. Yeah, just under 3 stacks, I'll take it. Not bad, not bad. Okay, so now we need the Ancient Cavern Cap. And there we go. That's everything we needed. Craft that guy up. Okay, so these guys for their multi-blocks, I believe they just take these and then excavation reactors for each one, yeah? So we'll need 16 excavation reactors. Iridium plates? That is iridium, right? Yeah. Reactive fluix. Bottled hellfire. Divine stones. Damn. 80,000 of them. Okay. Tungsten molybdenum. Jewelite. Jewelite's just a matter of an egg. Lime dye. For some reason. Okay. Hear me out. And we're done. Lime dye is... yeah, we're good. Excavation engines. Or excavation reactors. Let's just start bookmarking these things real quick on what we're missing. Bottled hellfire. Divine stones. We can work on cutting all these down. Tungsten. Molybdenum. Jewelite. Gold singularities. Oak that looks like oak saplings, yeah. We'll just do those ones manually in EMC. Baronite. How am I missing a rhodium? Yeah, no, I have this learned because he's needed for the chironite, which is needed for the palladium, which is needed for the ironite, which is needed for the iridium solar cell. I'm pretty sure I have that guy learned. I just don't understand why he wouldn't be in there. Sea serpent scales. Specifically, it looks like probably teal. Looks like it's really hard for me to tell if that's teal or if it's this blue one. I think teal. I think it's a slightly lighter shade. Gosh, we're missing a lot more there too. I guess we keep going. And it's all. Yeah, no, what? Wait. Yeah, no, I've encoded these. I've auto-crafted these before. Maybe recipes got changed for some of these things. I need to check for all of these things in my system. Just like era components, I think I did those as well. 233 uranium. And then entropy constructs. Okay. Alright. Let's try to cut things off of this list that we can. So, build singularity. I do know that there's actually like a specialty quantum compressor guy. So we're just going to use him to encode the recipe. But I'm still not going to actually encode it. Singularity. It's just a large storage crate. I never named it. Okay. That'll do gold. We'll grab a oak sapling. That'll be like 30,000. 20,000. It's fine. Take that guy off. Jewelite. Will be made in an induction smelter with the cut creeponia garnet. Okay, and the cut garnet will also need one. Baronite will be made in the induction smelter as well. The cut garnet. Barathos garnet. Actually, I think I already have Barathos. Oh, okay, I don't. Egg. Light baronite. And then just normal crafters. Pink. I actually don't have baronite eggs, I'm just realizing. Do I have a baronite chicken? I do have a baronite chicken. Alright. Let's go and replace one of our chickens in one of our coops up here. We've got like a billion of these already. Like glitch chicken. Yeah, 702,000 glitch eggs. What do we need these for? They'll make 1 ingot each. I guess everything that uses these is blocks. Yeah, it's been a toy, pretty much. Which is actually about to get obsoleted, huh? Because we could block of diamond it for a minute if we wanted to in a meteoric befaller, or we can just do the fractalites matter into them, which is most likely what we'll end up doing for both Benetoit and the other one starts with an A. And Anglezite, I think, is probably how we'll do that. Okay, yeah, so this guy's going to be obsoleted soon anyways, and he already has 700,000, so throw a baronite in there. That'll be fine, that'll start getting us baronite eggs. Okay. Let me check solar cells. I just saw an Athium one. I literally just looked at the recipe for it. Athium solar cell, ultimate crafting table. Yeah. What? Yeah, it shows them all. How do I not know a rhodium? How am I only missing a rhodium? How is it even possible? I swear I also that I just looked for solar cells in the outputs and it doesn't show. I guess because they're in a package. Whatever. Oh. my brain just I saw the combination crafter. I'm like, oh, this is a combination crafter. Wait, why are these recipes wrong? No, I'm just dumb. Okay, save that. That's the erodium cell. Surely this will fix the problem with that one, right? Um, if I do excavation reactors, how is it missing litherite solar cells? Okay, surely it doesn't need anything else, right? Just trying to make sure that whenever I say that something's good, it's actually good. Happy I have been, otherwise this would be even more annoying. Those scales still. Okay, perfect. Cool. That's fine. So that gets the solar cell off the list. Bottled Hellfire. God, it's made in distillery. Can only be made in distillery. That's fun. Love that. Fiery Ungent Alchemist. Could also do a Dragon's Blood Alchemist. I think our Alchemist Fleece actually already has some of this stuff that we'll need automated in there. We have an Alchemist Fleece compact machine. Um, so we can probably borrow that room since it also has an altar in there with infinite power. You should be able to pin them from the terminal screen. I totally missed your chat message. Trying to think about it. Oh, from like from this screen? Not this screen. The screen I was on that I just closed like an idiot. Can you pin them from this screen? Oh my god, you can. I didn't even try. Okay, well thanks for the heads up on that. Yeah. So you must have sent that while I was sitting there like searching them in JEI like an idiot. Okay, good to know. I appreciate the notes. Okay. Worry about those scales pretty much last. I only need what, like 9 or 10 of them, and I think they're just a craft, yeah. I do have Guardian Matter, correct? Yeah, we have 1.2 million of it. Actually, we'll just do that right now. Steel scales, cyan dye. So cyan dye is now around the 10,000 mark or so. That should be fine. Okay. Drop this guy into a crafter. Cool. Scales out of the way. Iridium plates should just be a matter of the compactor and then double double up to 64. Search our compactor, tier 2. Perfect. Get that guy out of here. Reactive flux. Okay, so that's easy. Sequential fabricator probably just for TPS reasons. Since we don't need a multi-craft here. Tell it how to craft the Warlock gem in a normal crafting table. That'll make unidentified. And Flux Plasma needs to be maintained as well. Okay, and this can be passive. Flux Plasma, you just feedback loop this into a Flute Enricher. Enricher gets higher priority, and then your secondary guy, the Infuser, gets Smaller priority. It should be fine. Its only purpose is for this, right? Yes, it literally only is used to make reactive fluids. Okay. That should not be bad. Let's grab an enricher. Sequential fabricator. Let's grab lead interface. Then we will also want a, what was the other one? Is it just 2 enrichers? No, infuser. Okay. I thought so. And a fluid infuser. 2 stacks of both these upgrades for these guys. I don't know. We'll grab a resonant conversion kit for the sequential fabricator as well. Going up to our top floor. We should have plenty of channels accessible. I forget where. Okay. This guy is the main one. Let's see how many we're looking at. Yeah, we're using 11. We have a few here. Yeah, it can sit underneath the inertial confinement chamber or whatever. This will be fun. Okay. We'll put our interface down here. Put this guy right here. Input. Cutting knife real quick. Set this to active fluids. Just to make sure we know where that's going. Let's grab some conduit. I think conduit, because of how it works, since it's like its ticks that it does per operation is fluctuating. So if there's not actively anything for it to pull, it'll wait longer before it does its next check and everything. I think that is more efficient than the auto output, but I'm not honestly sure. I don't actually know. I don't actually care, to be honest with you. I think it'll just be cooler for it to just go straight back to the top. Now that I've considered it for a moment, I don't care. The sequential fabricator, he's chilling. This will be fine. Okay. So this will get his initial stuff for the... What do I even need this for anymore? Yeah, he just wants the unidentified gem part. Okay. But then I guess if I want the reactive fluix, then I don't really need... Yeah, I don't want the auto output either. Not on the top. Not on the top, yeah. So input from the top, output to the right. Why am I messing this up so much mentally? Okay. I see what's happening here. I see where like my mental hangup was, is the fact that this is like the additional recipe. So what I want is a recipe that sends a warlock gem into the sequential fabricator with the expectation of getting the unidentified gem out. So we'll just say that the warlock gem goes in and we'll actually end up with a reactive fluix at the end of this. That's what the crafting recipe should look like. And so I guess we'll just I don't know. Set this recipe. Set that. Let's grab some cobblestone, I guess, to block the slots. I don't really need to block the slots. I just kind of want to. Okay. Got our normal conduit. And this guy should extract, self-feed, insert, actually. We set this to an extract and an insert side. Round robin? In theory? And it should send one to itself and one to the other. Extract speed downgrades to one item at a time. just to guarantee that it only cycles once per. And that should be okay. Or actually, can I just get rid of this cobblestone too? I was gonna leave it in there, but I just thought about it. If it tries to request more than like 64 reactive fluids at one time, it'll overdo the warlock gems, and the unidentified gems won't have anywhere to go from the output slot, and it'll just be a big pain. But I sincerely doubt we're ever gonna do whatever this is, 9 stacks, 18 stacks worth of reactive fluids in one craft. So, and I don't want this guy to be on blocking mode and have some kind of weird issue either. Oh, although I guess I could wait for his I could have him on. If you set him on blocking mode or whatever, or lock crafting, no, yeah, lock crafting until the primary crafting results returned. That's what I would use if I wanted to do that, or if I needed to for some reason. Okay, anyways, sorry, yapping. Fluid infuser. This guy will round robin into the fluid infuser with the crystals. This guy's going to also need the fluix plasma, which will need imperfect neutroniums. Ooh, which I have on crafting, but I don't actually have passive. I have one of these passived. Okay. Alright, so we will have to multi-step passive this real quick. How much neutron fluid do we have? We have a little bit. Grab some ender fluid conduit as well. Okay, so this is going to be kind of funny. So we need neutron fluid buckets. Then we're also going to need awakened draconium, because that's the starter for the neutron fluid, just to confirm. Yes. And then we will fluid transpose onto this for ultimate nuggets, and then fluid transpose onto these for the imperfects, and then those go into an enricher. So we're going to need one more fluid transposer, because we obviously need one to unbucket the buckets. Okay. Should be fine. So the idea on this guy being grab a filter. Could just be a basic item filter, that's fine. Extract. Neutron buckets. Extract always active. Set this guy, we'll put their faces on this back edge. Put these two on this lower tier. So, output, input, output, input from the top as well for their fluid. Empty. Fluid to the left. Bucket to the bottom. This guy will actually be an input from the back, and he will get the awakened draconium. Instead of filtering here, we're actually going to filter this guy here on his insert filter. Then this guy will get linked to as well. Awakened draconium is already pulled, cool. Set this guy on an insert, grab another filter. Okay, this guy's gonna get neutron buckets. He will spit them out into these. This automatically round robins, that'll be fine. The bucket itself, that's extra, will just go straight into the EMC link. This guy will accept his neutron fluid, and he's also going to get the awakened draconium. The awakened draconium will get converted into the ultimate nuggets, and the ultimate nuggets will just get sent straight into this guy to then also be converted into imperfect neutronium nuggets. Imperfect neutronium nuggets will go through into this guy. And this guy is going to get a bucket of fluix plasma to begin with. And then he should just self-cycle. Self-feed enabled. Insert on the highest priority to himself. And then also auto-extract to this guy. This guy will be on insert. Round robin's off. Just on self-feed. Okay, so this should mean that every extra, like every craft that it does should spit straight back into itself, and that should be its main focus. Anything else that happens after that will only be after this guy's got a full 16,000 millibucket internal buffer, and then our overflow should go into this infuser. This infuser will be getting the unidentified gems. The unidentified gems will be crafted with the fluix plasma here to give us our reactive fluix, which can then be piped across and over into this guy. In theory, this works. It's a matter of preferably this guy actually working would be a good start. Okay, input bucket, yeah. Why do you have a bucket in there? Did it get a bucket before I set it? It did, okay. Oh, and then also don't forget our upgrades. Stack, stack, stack and stack. Okay, now we just need to crystal binder. One of these guys, yeah, most of these guys have extras. That's power for all of these. This guy will get an upgrade just because. He doesn't actually need it though, I don't think. This guy's crafting, ultimate nuggets. Grab some more auxiliary upgrades. We need reception coils, perfect. These guys will self-buffer to just their main limit. And this guy is indeed self-feeding his extra fluix plasma. Then he'll fill up, and then whenever he's completely full of the 16 buckets, it does suck that he has to stick with a 16 bucket buffer, but it's the easiest way I could think of to get this to work quickly. So, I think it's okay. I think it is effectively fine. Alright, perfect. These guys are all running. And then an identified gem. Put this guy in here as the starter one. And then we need to go and teach our main system the Warlock gem. Real quick. Pretty sure we don't know it. Yep, was just double checking. So, Warlock gem recipe. So this guy in here. And then reactive fluix. We will get him, and we will put a Warlock gem. Then if we look up our reactive fluix guy, there we go. And I want to say that counts for our stuff. Should no longer be a pop-up in here. Cool. I'm trying to think about how much of a buffer system this requires. Does it take a full bucket for the unidentified gem? No, okay, it only takes 100 millibuckets. So actually 6.4 buckets in here, which is what we already have, gets us 64. Let us try to make the other 50... How many do we need? 58? If we wanted a whole stack. And let's see if the system works. Like gems go in here. Round robin disabled. Also extract always. Wait, no, round robin enabled. I'm stupid. I literally just talked about this. Oh my gosh. This one is supposed to be round robin. I just didn't have it on extract. That's why it didn't work. How do I put extract? This should be both. Oh. Oh, I think I see. Filter. Thankfully, we made extras of these at one point. Now, self-feed enabled, round robin enabled. This should be included in round robin for the self-feed. Okay, so instead of self-feed and insert on this guy, we just leave round robin enabled, and then we just feed him into another face. I guess it'll have to be the back. Set this guy in insert, and this gives him two faces, round robin. This guy is an input on the back. Okay. We try again. We try again. Okay. It needed one more because it had already done its round robin, so the location it chose was just the infuser. But this should be fine, and this should maintain our stuff now. It didn't feed itself again. Also, is it doing two at a time? No, yeah, this is max. 3 items per operate. Why is it like that? How do I reduce this even more? Oh, extra extract speed. Why would it do that? Why is that the way that works? Can someone tell me why that's the way the Ender.io creator was like, yeah, yeah, this is how it should work. Instead of having to put in multiple upgrades to reduce it even more. You know, 1 doesn't reduce it to 3, 1 reduces it to 1, and then 3 reduces it to 3. God, I don't know. We shouldn't lose our unidentified gem again this time, though. Just output. That's what's happening. It's taking out of the input slots. Now it should stop doing that. Okay, yes. I was like, wait, why did it just yoink that one? That's why it yoinked the last of the other ones as well. Okay. We also have a bit of reactive fluix again. Alright, that setup should be fine, yeah. And then it's just got these guys all buffered a bunch of plasma. Beautiful. And onwards again, reactive fluix is off the table. What seems like fun to deal with on these? That cyanite one doesn't seem too bad. Their cyanite supply, 1.5 million? Yeah, I think we're good. 360k. Nat coolant cells, we already have, yeah. So we just need to actually encode it. I kind of feel like I lost recipes that were in that specific crafter, and I'm not sure why that would have happened. I guess the update might have done it, but I've had to re-encode some things that I shouldn't have had to re-encode. I'm not sure how to feel about it. Okay. Cyanide cells. I think it wanted like 64 of them. Sodium and potassium cells. How do I not have sodium and potassium? I felt like I had taken overflow of these from this guy. Because this guy's got sodium and potassium in mass. I thought we just yoinked some of this stuff extra. Okay. Phantom phase. We'll just drop them right here. We'll set up a conduit on both sides. Extract, insert, extract. Cool. And then this guy will be filtered to 1 for each. And then we're just going to leave it at default speed, and we'll just fill in a bunch of potassium and sodium cells into our system. I don't mind. Potassium. These are 2 separate machines. I don't know why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it here, actually. Grab another, what's it called? The other Phantom phase. Break this guy so I can get my filter back. So in hindsight, I want to do it like this because this should set it to whenever I phantom phase to these guys, I'll have them on their bottom outputs. If I configure slots, this one can also go to the bottom. Configure slots, this one can also go to the bottom. I actually shouldn't need any filtering on these at all now. Then just grab a phantom linker and a connector tool. Link. Pink, pink, pink. Potassium and sodium, that'll be fine. This guy's gonna consume niter a little bit more often, but I think our supplies are good enough for that. Yeah, we have 500 million. I think that'll be fine. I think clay dust is also chilling. What's up, Rume? How you doing, man? What's the plan right now? I am slowly chipping away at what's needed to make the 16 mythic excavation reactors to get the 4 miners built for chapter 7. So the Grecan, Ancient Caverns, Immortalis, and Dystopia. And then after that, I will have to actually deal with getting the miners fluids, but I'm gonna worry about that not right now. So we're chipping away at the components needed for the 16 excavation reactors. I think everything else will be pretty easy. Uranium-233, is this not just... Okay, depleted TBU, I guess. Tunium gives it to you as well. Weren't the fluids almost completely free? I remember they were pretty easy. Let's use dystopias because it came to mind first. Dystopia cap. Chaotic matter is... Yeah, this isn't bad. I think this is literally just a rainbow gene, right? Yeah, that's free. That's free. This is literally free. Appalachia Star is not bad. It's not really expensive by any means, so it's essentially free. And it gives you 8 buckets as well. I could craft probably probably 100 of those stars. It's super easy right now. I think I have enough everything for this. No problem. Diamond lattice would actually be the most annoying part, I bet. But even then, we have the ingredients. It would just take a little bit of time. Yeah, so chaotic matter is not bad, actually, at all. Especially considering you only need 50 millibuckets per operation. You need it for each guy, so you need 200 every 40 seconds. So the one craft gives you, I can't do math, but like 800 seconds or something like that, which is 13 minutes or so for just one set of chaotic matter running constantly, which is not bad at all. Yeah, and the second fluids is almost the same in every other miner. Yeah, the temporal chaotic didn't look bad. It'll simply be getting a temporal bee. None of these are difficult. Bees in general aren't hard. And the molten chaos. That was the kind of annoying part. The molten chaos is a bit of a pain because you need to set up your abyssite passive. So you need your abyssite ingots, which needs abyssite crystals and plasma passive. And then this really isn't bad because like you just craft the gems, so you just need to set up crafters for all of these. Uh, and then that's fine. Set it up on its own little solo combination craft. You could probably even maintain or network it, which is I think what I'll try to mess with just for fun. Um, Passive? Yeah, why not? Huh? Why wouldn't you? Not even that bad. You don't actually need the normal abyssite crystals for anything, but you do need abyssite ingots for stuff. But you could just passive it. I would have crafted 10k of those and that's it. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough indeed, I guess. It's difficult to like visualize how much of some of these things you need. Because some of them it's like you miss out on like a later recipe for stuff and you're like, oh, I needed way less of that than I expected. And some things you end up needing way more than you thought you would. Very interesting. Um, yeah, I don't know. I could on demand it too and then just craft 10,000 of that. Didn't need that much till now. Where are you sitting at currently? I've seen you in the Discord. I want to say I've seen you at chapter 8, but I'm not sure if you've gotten past that or not. Or are you certified chapter 9 nowadays? After Mortem? I see, I see. So yeah, and there's not much else. I'm just trying to think about anything else extra that Abyssite would have been used for in like larger quantities. I guess Slumbering Abyssite's needed for Imperial, which is just only needed to do that. That's just a way to get your extra enhancement out of it. I feel like it was needed for something that was also needed for later. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I don't need that many. Can still passive it if I need it. Yeah, that's true. Or you could just order 10,000 more. That's also very possible. Hmm. Yeah, that might. Maybe that's the path of least resistance. Because I guess it's not even hard to craft with it either. Because I was thinking that it was going to be kind of annoying to do the craft, but no, it needs the attuned crystals anyways, which are all same stats. So this should craft just fine auto crafting wise. It's needed for this parrot ingot, the paraffinium, or paraphosinium ingot, yeah. Which you'll need for 5th order fractals. But like even then you need 2 ingots per paraphosinium. Which is not really not that high of a demand. Because how many of these do you need realistically? You need 6 for a Darkstar Catalyst, of which you do want some of these. You'll need 1 for the 12 Gates of Heaven. And then I swear the Catalyst was used as an enhancement block. Oh no, Darkstar Collector was. Yeah, for a couple of things. You need 3 of those? Mm-hmm. And then the 5th order fractals, you'll need 4 of these guys for the Gallifrey Warper. You'll need them for the Ascended Fractals as well, which is for the Hyper Urananon. And then obviously you're going to need 4 each as well for each pure Fractalite Headlight cluster. But even then, all of that is still just only like 2 per. So, yeah, no, 10,000 probably gets it done. Like, you end up needing ridiculous amounts of fractal halite, so maybe you'll need a little bit more later. Maybe. Autocrafted 10,000 of the abyssite crystals, then passive the ingot in the fluid with it. Yeah, that's what I figured. Because it doesn't look like the actual abyssite crystal was used for like almost anything else, right? Except for one infusion thing. Yeah, one infusion craft for the Pixonia artifact that you do earlier on, and that's it. Okay, yeah, I probably won't pass with the crystal itself then. I'll probably just batch a bunch of them in a combination crafter, and then just feed that off into something. I do need a passive plasma. I haven't done that yet. I could either make a small reactor or toggle one of my bigger ones. But I kind of like the bigger ones running at full speed, just for fun. I don't really need them to anymore. I think I've already got all the fluids I need from these two guys until I get to the, what is it, the plasma accelerator, the linear plasma accelerator, I think, which emulates these guys, but with 1-tick recipes for a bucket each. Something like that. But he's still cool to go. He also hums whenever you're next to him. It's kind of cool. I like that. This automation was so fun to do. I can't think it'll be too hard, right? Because you just need plasma, so you don't even need to really worry about it overheating. You could just do the smallest ring possible to still have a ring. And then, I don't know, some kind of just redstone clock to just disable and re-enable it on repeat. Feed it something simple. I'll probably just yoink off of this system where I've already got double hydrogen going in anyways, which feeds this guy. Just yoink this system, add another fluid laser onto my little baby one, probably put it right here. And then use some kind of a pump. Probably a ranged pump. I don't actually know what this guy does. I've never messed with him before. I would assume he does pump operations, but I'm not sure if he has like a GUI or anything. Interesting. I see. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Oh yeah, that's probably really easy, right? You just got to do a little bit of redstone control, I bet, so that your builder gets, so that you don't need to leave your builder on all the time. Builder gets activated at the same time, or like just a little bit later. Just if you wanted your builder to not spam. I don't know. We'll mess with that in probably a little bit. Yeah, I don't need a Bisite right now, so I will worry about that as future me. I have the builder on the whole time and a redstone clock on the reactor. Yeah, you could also just toggle the builder. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Like, how much plasma do you ever actually need? Does he? I don't know. It's one builder. I guess you can get rid of the builder if you're really TPS hungry later. I don't know. I worry too much about the efficiency of things sometimes, and then I just don't worry about it on other things. It is pretty amusing. So my Divine Stone situation is actually not great. Even though I do have... We've had Watcher getting run for like forever. Oh, okay. I just don't have the recipe in there. Cool. I'm like, man, I can't believe we don't have enough Divine Shards for this. Yeah, no, okay, we're good. We're good. It just never got a recipe. I know you need plasma for the diviner. I did see that, yeah. That it showed as one of the liquids or whatever. Wait, no? Wait, I thought you did. You need one of these? Okay, yeah, you need radium. Yeah, so you need to make the fastly decaying fuels, and then both of these give a byproduct that's needed. This one gives you rutherfordium, which separates into rutherfordium and chlorine. Chlorine is also useful for the definer, but you can get this from other ways if you want it. Salt water, I think, is how I'm using it right now for something else. But yeah, so you do need some plasma throughput. Not a lot of it, though, it doesn't look like. Yeah, 10 millibuckets for 10 millibuckets, and 12 millibuckets separates to 100. Yeah, so this is 60 millibuckets to get enough radium for a full definer operation. And then this one is 10 into 100. This will be 100 into 80. That's a weird number. So that'll be like 50 millibuckets for a full operation of the definer as well, which neither of those are bad. So completely manageable. Alright, yeah, so our plasma amounts won't be ridiculous. That gets the defined stone out of the way. We should actually just start crafting like a bajillion of this. Let us craft 100,000 of them, because that's going to take a while. I guess actually, if I just encoded 2 more of these, we could triple the speed. One in there. Try to find my crafters again, and we'll put one in there. Cool. Still going to take forever, but we'll let that guy go. Yeah, my setup's just running the whole time. Almost have a full black hole tank. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, divine stones are taken care of. Cyanite cells. Oh, we should have taken care of those as well, right? I think our potassium situation, everything should be totally settled. Yep. Cyanite cells can be taken off. Eero components. I just simply don't have those encoded. I guess, yeah. See, once again, I had those encoded. I had to have. I did not manually craft those, but I had already had to use them to make some amethyc excavation reactors, so I am losing encoded recipes. I don't know how this happened. Unless maybe I wiped out all the recipes on this guy on accident at one point, and I just forgot about doing that. I'm not sure anymore. Eero components. Lumium plates. Empowered diamantine. Okay. So, lumium plate. Double double. For our 2-2. We'll put that in immediately, so I don't put this in the wrong place. And then diamantine, we have empowered variants, we just need to give it a downcraft. I know, a lot of people just store those in compacting drawers so they can pull out both variants of it, but I didn't set up my system that way. I'm not starting now. Okay, your component. Normal diamantine crystals. Now we have the other issue. Love that. Why does it want normal crystals? What does it want them for? Is it trying to make more empowered? No way, right? Yeah, there's no way it'd pry with that. No, okay, we don't even have it in power anyways. Alright. I have no idea why it wants the normal variant. Do this, downcraft these. Okay, Eero component. Surely we could just request 100 if we wanted. Yes. I figured that means it's probably good enough for what we need at least. Corallium shielding, corallium plates. Yeah, these guys are all just a ton of recipes. Corallium pearls, refined corallium pearls. Got all the chunks. Yeah, so it'll literally just be corallium plate. I guess I'll make sure that I don't have the plate in here. Yeah, okay, so we have corallium plate too. Yeah, we must have just lost all the recipes in the in this basic crafting table at some point. I don't know if it happened because the update. I don't know if it happened because I like bricked it on accident. Well, that's one way to do it, right? You just load the wrong thing. Maybe I did that. Okay. Corallium shielding should be out of the way. We will double check that it'll let us craft. Let's do a stack. Abyssal stone. That just has ZMC, right? Abyssal stone. Yeah. Let's do this for a second. Something like that should be probably pretty good. I had to guess. Yeah, 89,000 abyssal stone. I think we're good with that. Okay. Uranium 233. So this guy's gonna need the tiny clumps. Tiny clumps can be processed from TBU fuel. That's a fluid pattern. TBU fuel. Oh, this is actually already depleted TBU fuel. I guess we needed this directly for something. What do we need this for? You can centrifuge it if you melt it down. I thought we needed the depleted fuel itself for something. That's obviously why we were collecting it. Or at least that's why I assume it's been getting collected. I just don't know what that would have been. That would make this the only... Oh, was it this fluoride fuel? For flea-based salt solution? No? No? I just full screened. Didn't mean to do that. No, all of this is achievable from everything else. I have no idea. I have zero clue why I am having the depleted TBU fuel stack up. Is it just simply an accidental passive that happens? Yeah. Yeah, it is. So, never mind. Yeah, so this is a remnant from before I'd optimized the system. As I was building it out, I'd used a drawer system to mess with this guy as well for the LU-235. And then using that drawer system to mitigate it, I just had this guy in here and he must have got full emerald upgrades at one point. Just, yeah, by osmosis. Whenever I was upgrading all of the drawers in there. And so with that, we have 400,000 of the depleted fuel just stacked up. Highly unnecessarily, in my opinion. We can do what we were gonna do anyways for this. Depleted TBU fuel. Set it up like this, double, because this guy inside of the two-phase, actually we can just click him from there directly. We'll say that this makes depleted TBU. Why am I in the fluid Why am I in the fluid guy again? Why do I keep doing this? Get out of there. Wrong guy. Okay. So it's actually 4 TBU fuel is going to make this. So double, and then grab our normal TBU, 1, 2, 3, 4, because we auto process them into their tiny clumps right after. Encode this guy, put this guy into the two-phase? Yeah. That'll be 64 clumps of tiny uranium. And then uranium 233 itself goes in a process in here. Just check, this guy's super fast, right? Yeah. He's quick enough that I'm not going to worry about that. This will just be a crafting recipe. Okay. Alright, that should have managed the uranium 233. I told it to make 200. It doesn't know how to make TBU fuel. Love that. Just thorium 232. Surely we have thorium 232 accessed in the system. Yeah, 229k. But I think this will restock more of it if it was to get used automatically. Because we have an isotope separator that's just constantly doing thorium. So yeah, if any of this was used, I think it would just refill immediately. Because it's linked into a drawer. Uranium 233. Make sure that this guy is going to process correctly from the 2 phase. Beautiful, he is. Alright, perfect, cool. So that's uranium out of the way. Tungsten molybdenum dust. This would be kind of a pain. I guess we have the crystallized tungsten steel, right? We do. Okay, so it's literally just a matter of sending this guy into a grinder for now. We get no benefits, really, from this, from a recursive grinder, so we can just use a normal industrial. No problem, I won't worry about that. That'll be super easy. Bottled Hellfire will yoink off of another system. Entropy Constructs will yoink off of another system after that too. I do actually need to go here, although I might be back later for another smaller stream as well. Yeah, I forgot there was some like lunch plans and stuff happening today. Okay. So, we didn't make a ton of progress. We got the caps done. So, we're at the caps, and we are almost at the point. We're down to the last 3 things for the mythic reactors that we need. Tomorrow we should be able to set up the different liquids that we need and actually get the miners running. I don't think that'll be much of a problem. Possibly later today. I'm not sure if I'll do a second stream, so I wouldn't expect it, but maybe we'll see it. I can't guarantee it, though, unfortunately. But I will definitely be back on tomorrow for this. We should be able to get the last of the stuff, get the miners built up, and just keep prepping more passives and keep pushing forward. We will eventually make this forward progress that we need. It's gonna happen, damn it. Hit my head against the wall enough, and we'll get there. But yeah, thank you guys for dropping by. I do appreciate it, and I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day. Peace, everyone.